In today's Target 5, a major health concern in this country, according to the Environmental Protection Agency, and it is indoor air pollution. A new study looks at the air we breathe in the place we spend hours and hours. It's our car. NBC5's Lisa Parker is here with that. Lisa?
You know, I think about this with airplanes a lot, but not really with my car.
This is the first study of its kind, and do you think you spend 101 minutes in your car every day? You? In the cab?
In the cab.
You'd be in the cab, yeah.
Somehow. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, that's the average of
Right.
what Americans spend in their cars. So significant question. How long do you, here's another question, how long do you spend indoors every day? Well, if you fit into the average category of Americans overall, 90% of your time is inside somewhere, and that includes time inside a car. Much has been studied of air pollution in the environment, the home, and the office, but today the focus is on the air you breathe while driving. The title of a new study by an environmental group tells you its tone: toxic at any speed.
Of all the safety issues in a car, the places you check to ensure safety, this one is not among the obvious, but authors of a first-of-its-kind study say it is a serious one: the toxic buildup of chemicals inside automobile air.
Our research shows that autos function as chemical factories, releasing toxins before we even turn on the ignition.
From the obvious elements like the dashboard and upholstery to less visible parts like plastic wiring and electronics, two families of chemicals present are called the culprits here. First, one primarily designed to protect lives as a flame retardant, known as PBDEs, polybrominated diphenyl ethers. The second is used to make plastic pliable, called phthalates, both of which have caused concern worldwide for their effects on the health of lab animals and their ability to show up and linger in the most unwelcome places: PBDEs found in lakes and fish, and the breast milk of nursing mothers.
PBDE flame retardants and phthalates are of concern because of their toxicity and their persistence in the environment. Both of these chemicals have been linked to birth defects, learning impairment, liver toxicity, premature birth, and early puberty in laboratory animals, among other serious health effects.
The momentum against these chemicals of concern is worldwide. The European Union now requires the phase-out of some PBDEs in electronic equipment, and 9 U.S. states now ban the two worst forms of it. Some private companies have also followed suit. Manufacturers including Apple, Dell, Panasonic, and Sony have already eliminated PBDEs from their products. Now, with this new concern, car makers are being urged to take the same path.
This study also ranks the car makers according to the toxic levels found in the dust and windshield wipes performed. You can get to that study from our website, NBC5.com. A spokesperson for the auto industry today said some of the PBDEs used are still critical in protecting occupants in car crashes. He said manufacturers have been phasing out other chemicals of concern. So what can you do? Well, the report recommends drivers avoid parking in direct sunlight and intense heat, as that is when chemicals tend to break down and then it gets into the dust. But we know that this can get exhausting for consumers. Yet another thing to worry about, and that's really not the point here. The point is, this is pressure on automakers to go the path of these other manufacturers. The onus is not on people buying cars to have to worry about this, although the ranking might come in handy for them.
Yes, and who wants to think that that wonderful new car smell is bad for you when you breathe it in?
You know what, that's been a big topic in Japan because they've actually been talking a lot about that. That new car smell is VOCs, volatile organic compounds, and part of it is the phthalates. And we universally love and embrace new car smells.
Not driving.
Air freshener that smells like it, so better get that.
The air freshener would be better because that probably doesn't have the plasticizers.
Thank you, Lisa.
You're
Parker.
very welcome.